The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
We're back at The Local Show, and we appreciate you tagging along.
Yeah.
Glad. You know what I used to do back when I was a kid? During the
I
winter?
don't know. There's a lot of things come to mind, but go ahead.
I'd go roller skating.
I used to love going roller skating.
Yeah, roller skating.
Mattydale
was
Sportsorama?
fun. You know, I was always afraid of the Mattydale Sportsorama.
Really?
I was a team Empire Skates.
I don't even know where that is.
Oh, on the boulevard. It was right where the Guitar Center is now.
Yeah, know anything about it.
Right up from Smith Restaurant Supply in that plaza.
Okay. No, we were Sportsorama.
Yeah, Sportsorama. Well, that's where the tough kids hung out.
Well, you know me. I was 6'6", 109 pounds. That stuff. But the arcade there was awesome.
Oh yes, it was.
They had old stuff.
Yeah,
Nickel dime quarter. It was fabulous.
It wasn't old when we were there. It was
old actually, but
yeah. Some of the really vintage.
Oh
things.
my gosh! And then that guy, I can picture him. I can't think of his name. That always worked there and owned the place. And
And the DJ was there.
No,
the whole bit.
Then did you have skate parties at your high school, your junior high school?
Oh yes,
Really,
they
would come
would bring
in,
them. Yeah,
rent you the
bring
skates,
the roller skates.
go around. It cost you $3. You got to hold hands with the girl that you wanted to hold hands with.
That was fun stuff. I enjoyed roller skating. Well, look, Mike Vaughan is with us right now, and we're going to be talking about what kids do and what the Boys and Girls Club does for kids. He's the president of the Boys and Girls Club here in Syracuse. How are you, Mike?
I'm wonderful.
Good.
Thank you for having us.
Well, anytime, buddy. Mike, how long have you been president?
About 34 days.
He's a freshman, Tom.
We got you while you're young in the business.
Yeah.
Have you? So you haven't been with the organization, just hiding in the wings, and then popped out as president. You were actually brought on.
I was brought on.
Okay.
I joined the board about 1.5 years ago.
Gotcha.
I had the fortune of working in industry with the previous president of the board of directors for over 20 years.
Okay.
So
No kidding. Where did you work?
I worked at Lift Tech Equipment.
Okay.
And now I work at Thompson & Johnson Equipment.
All right.
Gotcha.
So tell Dave I said hi. I talked to him a couple days ago.
Yeah. Oh, Dave's a great supporter of the Boys and Girls Club as well.
Yeah.
And one of the events, I had been tied up doing other charitable things that I had been doing, and the timing seemed right to be able to jump back in and do something great for people in the community that have a great need.
You have to do this job as president as well as work at Thompson & Johnson full time?
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
golly, that's a lot of work.
So let's talk about
God
Dave.
bless you.
Just kidding. No.
I think it's super important. I've been in the community for 41 years now, and it's always felt it's super important to give back to the community that you lived in. And I know that we're blessed in this community to have, many people that contribute and donate time and money and efforts to all the community, all the different events.
So,
Boys and Girls Club.
Yeah. You look at the website, Steve, and they got a picture of a lot of the kids that they're there, and they all have these big, huge smiles on their face, and you think to yourself, thank God for an organization like Boys and Girls Club, because it takes a lot of these people who may be in an unfortunate situation at home and gives them a refuge, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it's to me one of the most inspiring things is when you walk into the locations and the kids have smiles on their faces. They're playing and interacting well together. They're very massively polite.
Right.
You can tell that the leadership we have at all the different clubs that we have are really guiding the members on a great path, and they're just looking for a safe place. A safe place where they can, just be positive, be productive, really kind of grow as individuals. And we always say at the Boys and Girls Club, we're building futures, and we're trying to paint a future for these individuals that want to be able to look at something positive in the horizon and try to strive for that.
In a sentence or two, explain what role the Boys and Girls Club fills in the community.
Well, we have 3 locations in East Fayette Street, Shannon Street, and in Central Village, which is just west of 81 in the community below the Carrier Dome. And we have we provide a location where the kids can come in after school. They can escape some of the challenges they have either at home or in the street. Mm-hmm. We have a wonderful group of youth director specialists, in addition to some of the other leadership we have in the locations. We offer many different kinds of programs that help them with, character development, leadership development.
So this is after school, before school? What is this?
It's after school primarily.
So primarily weekdays after school. This is a place where young folks can not get in trouble. And it sounds weird, maybe. Or what happens?
Well, we can introduce them to things that they in activities and things that they may not have available to them. Okay. Either in the school or at home. So, in this so we have after school programs during the school year, and then we have a whole entire offering of summer programs where as an example, they'll take the kids camping.
Oh wow!
That's something they may not be able to experience in their normal life, or we'll take some of the older members on tours of colleges, exposing them to things that they can try to attain to or just try to enjoy and look forward to. We have organizations that come in and we teach financial literacy, so there's a number of financial institutions in town that support those particular events.
Financial literacy, that's huge. They don't even teach that in the schools. I mean, I don't get that.
Yeah, we could have important. We could have many parents, so even outside of our clubs, you could benefit from. We're just trying to introduce different things that they otherwise may not, be available to them. So
because those are some pretty tough neighborhoods, and I grew up here in Syracuse, and I have walked through all of those neighborhoods, when I was younger, and I could see, how fearful that could be for some children, and even especially if you're an adolescent and you're impressionable, right? And now the Boys and Girls Club gives them a place to say, wait a second, I'm gonna cut off the street right here, and I'm gonna go over to the Boys and Girls Club, see what they have to offer, and then that gives them a safe haven.
Yeah, that's the right word.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, and they don't have to be bullied, or they don't have to be confronted with drugs or whatever that's going on the street.
Yeah, so we have, our membership really kind of covers a wider range, going from, kindergarten, early grade school children all the way up until, they're in high school.
Sure.
And, what I've learned and been told is that one of the critical ages is 12 or 13.
Sure. Yeah.
And that's when
which way they go.
That's when the bad influences really try to get a hold of them. And, to the extent that we can protect them, give them a reason to be excited, to really look forward to coming to our locations and the things that we offer.
And I've heard great stats. I've heard great stats of children that go through the program and how they end up differently than if they weren't part of the program.
Yeah. How can people get involved and grow this organization?
Well, we have, I guess, just talking about some of the funding sources, we're blessed to have many corporations that help us fund some of our programs, blessed with foundations. But we rely primarily, the significant amount of our funding comes from individuals. One thing we've seen is we've seen our membership grow. We serve over 1,100 youth in the city. Our summer program participation has doubled. So the financial responsibilities that we have to be able to continue to fund those programs, we have a greater need. So we need people from either corporate leaders from the city to help support these communities. We have a strong push to try to expand our individual giving. We have a donation program where if you go to our website bgcsyracuse.org, there's a donation where you can do a monthly donation. You don't even notice it.
So that's the website. Mike Vaughan, president, the Boys and Girls Club in Syracuse. BGCSyracuse.org, boysclubsyracuse.org. They can give, they can participate and find out. Thanks for joining us today.
Yep, thank you.